Fill out your tourney brackets now in the Fox Sports Radio Bracket Challenge. Visit foxsportsradio.com to register. Fill out your bracket and get the rules. Compete against Fox Sports Radio hosts like yours truly and my partner Rob Parker and fellow listeners to see who has the best bracket. The winning bracket wins the ultimate college sports trip for you and a friend with a $2,000 Graduate Hotels gift card, a $1,500 travel credit, and a basketball swag bag. Wow. Sounds tremendous. The foxsportsradio.com bracket challenge is now live and is presented by Graduate Hotels, where college fans stay. Also by Tractor Supply. All right, Rob, of course, March Madness is upon us. And so the big talk, the women's tournament is huge. We're going to get into that as well because that might be bigger, Rob, than the men's tournament this year. And just for a little note on that quickly, the average ticket price for the men's championship is how much money you think, Rob?
The average ticket price?
For the men's championship game. Take a guess.
I'll say, I don't, $85.
$196.
Wow, that's the average price, Chris? $196 for college basketball? How could the kids go? $196.
Well, they ain't worried about the kids.
Wow. I wanted to say $125. Then I was like, well, the college kids, don't you got to factor that in? Okay.
$196. This is the championship game. It's not.
Not all arounds. Okay, I got you. No. Oh, okay. That's what I was like. Okay, that's why I made it so low. I thought you were talking about all arounds.
What do you think it is for the women?
$250.
$196 for the men. $424.
That's outrageous.
$424.
That's outrageous.
For the women. Yeah, so
and that means that the people in the office at the WNBA have a stomach ache, when they saw that.
Oh gosh. Well, they're hoping probably it translates. We don't think it will, but hey.
Right. And it's a smaller venue, Chris, but still that's why the tickets are even more premium for the women, the venue. But still $420 something is unbelievable.
That's serious.
That's serious money.
All right, so there was a lot of talk, Rob, about various things with the men's tournament. We know they have 68 teams.
Too many.
There's been talk about expanding it to another, Rob G, 12 to 18 teams they might put in it.
So up to 96, Chris, 96.
So they might go up to 96 teams. Okay, how many Division I teams are there? Because what part of the argument, Rob, there's 362, and when they went to 68 or certainly 64,
right?
They say there's now like 30, 40-something more teams than there were back then. So they're talking about expanding it to 96. Also throw in there, Rob, that the NIT tournament, several teams did not want to play in that. St. John's and a few other teams refused. They thought they were getting in the NCAA tournament, didn't, and they refused to play in the NIT or rejected the invitation. Which NIT, Rob, not even in New York anymore. It's in Indianapolis. So it's not at Madison Square Garden. So you've got that. And obviously, if they go to 96, Rob, a lot of those teams that make the NIT is 32, I believe. A lot of those teams would be the ones they basically be the teams in the expanded NCAA tournament. Or, of course, you could contract it and make it smaller because there was talk about just making it a tournament for the Power 5 conference teams. So basically leaving the mid-majors out. So all of those three things have been discussed in recent days. What do you think is the best option? Expansion, contraction, and just Power 5 teams, or
leave it the same?
Leave it the same.
I'm going to say contraction.
Wow.
I would like it to just go back to 64 in the NCAA tournament. Just 64,
so
Chris.
The 4 bothers you?
The play-in, because I just 64 was great. No expansion, and I would be down to get rid of the NIT. Let's stop the NIT. Nobody wants to go. It's embarrassing. It used to be a great thing, Chris, before the NCAA tournament took part. It used to be the prime tournament, the NIT. That was it. Okay?
I don't even remember that.
No. Neither do I. But I don't. But I'm just saying from history, you know what I mean, and reading, and I know Like,
but we also know when we were kids, it wasn't the joke it is now.
No, but now it really is. And so I just think make one tournament that's good. Don't overdo it. Everything doesn't have to be a money grab. We don't need 96 teams. I just, Chris, do you see how many, and I'm not trying to be mean, the empty arenas and whatnot for some of these early round games, like people don't go. Like I get it. They wanted everything to be a TV sport now, right? That's all they care about. If ESPN or CBS or so-and-so is going to pay us, we'll just put the games on, whether there's fan interest or not, or people are going to the games. I just think it takes a little something away. That's what the college atmosphere is all about, the students being involved and people going to see the games and whatnot. And now they just want a studio. I'm waiting for that day when they just build a studio, Chris, to play games in, and there's no crowd. And they make crowd noise. No, because they can make money off the people, right?
Talking about that.
No, yeah, I know. That's what it feels.
But also just, yeah.
Do you remember there's a Star Trek episode, Chris, where Kirk is fighting like a gladiator, and it's on television, and they have the hissing noise and the boos and the cheers, right. And it's like a TV show, like that was back in the 60s. They came up with this whole concept. But anyway, my point is college basketball is hemorrhaging all over, and I'm not talking about money-wise. They're going to get the money for the games, but just the erosion of people watching, caring, knowing. Expansion to me just sounds like it's already watered down. You're going to do even more damage to college basketball.
I don't think it'll do more damage. I'm fine with the way it is now. The extra 4, doesn't really move me. But I got to be honest, whenever there's been expansion in most of our sports, it's worked. I love the play-in in the NBA. I mean, it just makes it more exciting. It really does. I mean, LeBron, Steph, they might not be in the playoffs this year,
but they shouldn't be
for the play-in. Why not?
Because you play 82 games and you still have 16 of the 30.
Game is
I'm just saying. Then what's the point? Put everybody in, Chris. Why not?
I mean, I don't think you need to go that far.
Why not?
Because it's still
Wouldn't that be exciting at the end if everybody could make the playoffs?
Way it is. It's still something to be said to make the playoffs. I like the play-in. I like baseball expansion. I know you didn't like it at first. Now you love it.
Yeah, but I don't like
playoffs are better.
If they have if they were to go to, I think what they have now is 10 out of is it 10 teams? I can't remember.
Baseball, I mean, expansion has been better in baseball. The playoffs in football are great. I got no issues there. So my take is I would rather, of all these, I would say expansion, get rid of the NIT tournament, and basically if they go to 96, that's 28 more teams. So you're basically taking all those teams from the NIT and putting them in the NCAA tournament. And what I like is, Rob, if they didn't, I think this is what's being discussed, you wouldn't have like the top seed playing seed number 28 or whatever it would be. You would have those smaller teams playing each other to kind of advance to play the bigger boys, kind of like you do with the last 4 in. So I like it. I think it would actually. I mean, Rob, you said it. I mean, men's college basketball, it feels dead except for the diehards. And this is the one time now where everybody's excited, everybody's paying attention, everybody's into it. So, and I don't think expanded would change that. I think it'd just be more people into it. Because remember, gambling and betting is a big part of why it's still popular. And so I would be fine with it. I think there's more teams now. 96 out of, what is it, Rob G, 360 something? 96 out of 360 something, that's still 362. That's still a ton of teams that aren't making it. So I would be good with the expansion. Rob wants contraction, but just back to 64, not complete, the 48 or 32 or anything like that.